Welcome back, guys. I know, same background, same noises, same bugs. Anyway, we're just gonna keep popping these videos out, and then you'll start seeing them. Um, so this, as you can see, I have notes. I always have notes. I have notes for everything. Most of the time, I don't end up going by my notes, but I have notes. Okay, so this is this. Today we're. Okay. I feel like somebody's watching me. It's weird. I mean, I know y'all are watching me, but I feel like I feel like somebody's like on the other side of the fence watching me. It's weird. Anyway, okay. I gotta get used to that now. Okay, so this series is about finding yourself, finding your passions, and living your life to the fullest. So one of the things that I really enjoyed doing back when I was younger was writing. And I wrote some of the silliest things, and I still do write some of the silliest things that don't make any sense, and realistically it would never happen. But you think about Avengers, Transformers, what other things? Lord of the Rings. Okay, so we got a lot of things that would never happen. Anyway, so that I used to write like the goofiest things that would never happen. Anyway, but while I was writing these stories back when I was younger, people would read them. And part of me was like, yay, share, excited. But I'll still not. But back then and still today, I'm not very good with critics. I don't like it. I don't like you criticizing my work when I know that I'm just starting out. Especially then. I wasn't starting. I was just starting out. I was a kid learning to write and loving to write. So one of the things that happened to me when I was younger was my mom went through my work and she threw it away. And I don't really know the motives behind her throwing it away, but that moment was a defining moment. A core memory, as you would say from the new movie, Inside Out. But it was a memory that forever stuck inside me. Like, you threw away work that was mine. Like, that's my job to throw away. Like, looking back, I'm like, oh, that wasn't really that great. But it was part of me growing and learning to be a better writer. And so it's something that has forever stuck in my mind that she did that. I don't hate her for it. I don't judge her for it now. It hurts. And it was a defining moment. It's like, okay, we've moved on. Things are fine. But when I think about it, it's like, okay, it's still there. I still like, ouch. Still hurts. But anyway, so carry on. So I took that as a personal attack. Like, this is not good enough. Okay. Years later, I stopped writing. Completely stopped writing. I was like, okay, I'm done. Like, I lost my motivation. Couple years later, I was like 12, 13, 14 when I was young writing. A couple years later, I was in my early 20s. My best friend died. I'll explain more of that later. So it was about five months or so after she passed away that I was sitting on my grandmother's rocking chair in her living room, and I felt this urge to pick up the pen and write again. And I felt like she was telling me to explore my emotions, my feelings, everything through writing again. And so I picked up the pen and I wrote. And I started dabbling on my computer, and instantly it's just this whole world came alive again. I was like, at first I was like, what am I going to write? I don't even know what to write. I haven't been writing in forever. I don't want to write something that I wrote years ago, forgotten things, I'm sure. And it dawned on me about a year or so before I had this dream, and I was like, oh, that would be a good book. It started as a little part of a dream, and so I started working with that, and now it's in the works for a series. I think it's got like 6 or 7 books now. I'm going to work with that and may condense it down. It may never get published, and that's okay. It may get published after I die. My kids may find it, my grandkids may find it, and say, oh, this is great. Somebody might find it and be like, what was she thinking? This is crazy. For me, it's expression of myself. It's how I get the feelings that are in my heart out. I've always said I can put my emotions down better on paper than I can speak them. And so it's definitely, I feel very true still today. It's like I can better understand myself if I write. I can better understand my emotions and my feelings if I write them down. And so it has been something that's really passionate of mine. It's one of the things that I'm extremely passionate about. I love when kids pick up a pen and write, or a pencil, or a color, or they express themselves that way, or they read. It'll be one thing. I can think it is completely silly. And that doesn't make a lot of sense. And you could do it this way and it would be better. But no, I'm not going to, because I know how for, 10 years? Well, like between 6 and 10 years, I can't even remember now. I completely stopped writing. I'm like, I can't do that. Like, I want them to get better. And then, can you imagine if you would have had that time? No regrets. But if I would have had that time, I think I could have been a better writer. Maybe not. I may still be in the same boat I am today. But it was something that I really, really enjoyed. Something I liked. One of my teachers in college had said to me one time, give you a multiple choice test, you'll bomb it. Give you a test at all, you'll bomb it. Give you a paper to write, and you will blow us away with your writing. And he says, I don't get that. And I said, my passion is writing. My love is writing. He says, you do. You speak clear in your writing. Where is other tests? He's like, you know the knowledge. He says, you know it. He says, but you write better. You express it better in writing. And so, hi man, I used to get hundreds in that class all the time. So it was kind of funny, like, as when I would write and I would get such good grades, and then in one class I was getting bad grades, and I was like, what's going on? My writing changed that much. And then I took it back to my other professors, and they're like, no, that woman doesn't know how to grade a paper. But anyway, that's a story for another day. But like I said, find a passion. It may be writing for you. It may be photography. That's another big passion of mine. It may be drawing. I think people who can draw, especially like realistic, like eyes, I can't draw eyes. Oh my gosh. Like, that is amazing. Like, one of them looked like they took a picture of an eye, or like I was actually looking at somebody, and it was the real eye. Like, it was glossy and everything. It was like, oh. I was like, I'm so jealous. But find your passion. It may be speaking. It may be YouTube. It may be, I don't know, cars. It may be making things. Find your passion. Don't let people tell you that you can't do it, that it's dumb, that it's not worth it, that you're crazy. Find your passion, as long as it's safe and legal. Find your passion and go out there and pursue it. And you know what? Right, and if you've not told anybody your passion, or if you've had a story that somebody's attacked you over your passion, or you've worked hard, someone said you can't go to college, like, there's no way, and you did it, you just, you beat the odds. Put the story below, or even what I'll do is I'll put my email address below, and send me a story. I would love to hear about your experiences and your defining moments in life, and finding your passions in life. I feel like we can learn from each other. We can grow and continue. And any hate that is posted below will be deleted. I'm going to tell you that right now, because this is not a video where you put any hate down below. Like, nope, they'll be deleted. But go ahead. So if the story is too long for a YouTube comment, I don't know how many words you can put down below, just go ahead and send it to me email. I would love to read it. If I'm not able to comment or send a message back, I'm sorry, but I will read it, because I think it's great. I think it's working together and being there and supporting each other is the best thing. You always need somebody out there in the world that understands and can support you and pray for you and be that person that's there. So I would love to be that person for you. So go ahead. I'll put my links down below, and I will see you guys later. Thanks. Bye.